When you open up an image in Photoshop, it's set into what's called the standard screen mode, which means your document window fills the area between the panels. So we have our panel dock over here on the right, we have our tool panel on the left, and that leaves the rest of the image area in between. And you'll notice that the image will never go behind the interface. So right now this is fit to screen view. So if I zoom in, I'll just do Command plus a couple times, you'll see that image zooms within that region. It doesn't go behind the interface, and I start seeing scroll bars. There are 2 other screen modes, so 3 total in Photoshop, and I'm going to press the letter F for full screen to switch to the different modes. If I press the letter F one time, I'm now in what's called the full screen mode, and you'll see the image now is actually going behind the interface elements, going behind the panels, and I don't see any scroll bars in this view, and I've zoomed up far enough where I don't have any extra window chrome. I still see my menus at the top of my screen. So the third and final full screen mode is if I press the letter F one more time, this puts the image in absolute full screen mode. I don't see any interface chrome whatsoever, not even the menus at the top. Now, if I want to get my panels back in this particular screen mode, I can toggle them on and off by pressing the Tab key, and they'll pop open. And if I want to get them out of my view again, I can just press the Tab key again to get them to go away. If I press the letter F one more time, I'm back into the standard screen mode. Because I had pressed the Tab key previously, my panels are currently collapsed. I'll press Tab one more time to bring them back. So you have a lot of flexibility on how to view the image. My favorite is to actually work in that full screen mode because it just maximizes the screen real estate to see as many pixels as possible. And then when I'm doing some intense work where I don't need to go back and forth between panels for a while, I'll just press Tab to get them out of the way. One other little tweak to change about the interface that I like to particularly make, I'm going to fit my image back to the screen, so Command 0, Control 0 to do so. And I'll zoom down one more time, Command or Control minus. You'll see when I'm zoomed out far enough, I'm back in the standard screen mode here, there's a drop shadow along the outside edge of the image frame. Personally, I don't really like that. I like a cleaner look. The interface has become so flat and kind of invisible as much as possible that I find the drop shadow between the edge of the image and this background color to be a little bit distracting. It's not part of the image, so I don't want any extra chrome there, basically. So I'm going to change that. I'm going to go to Preferences. I can either do that under the Photoshop menu on the Mac or under the Edit menu on PC. Again, I'm just going to use the keyboard shortcut, Command or Control K, to open up the Preferences dialog. And in the Interface section, over here on the left, I click on the word Interface. You'll see the default is to show a border in the standard screen mode and the full screen mode with menus. And then in the full screen mode without the menus, it's set to none. I like to change that to none for both. So I'm going to change the border to none. I'm going to go ahead and click OK. And you'll see I just have a much cleaner look now where that shadow, it's not part of the image. I don't want to see any extra visual cruft there. So again, just to review, to cycle through the screen mode, simply press the letter F. It's actually the very first thing I do immediately after opening up an image. I just open it and then I press the letter F to go to full screen mode. If I want to get rid of all the chrome whatsoever, press the letter F one more time. Some people actually call this the presentation mode as well because it just hides the fact that you're in Photoshop and puts it on a nice dramatic black background. And of course, to bring everything back, just press the letter F one last time and you're back to that default standard screen mode.